What's happening? This is the Tap In Podcast. We are live with none other than LaVar Walker from LaVar Walker Show.
That's right. That's right. What's up? Welcome back. The last time I was here, we got a whopping 200 views on it. Hopefully we can get 201 views on this particular episode, but I love it though.
We going for 400 this time.
No, I want 201, baby, because I love it. I can come vibe with my partner, my frat brother Donte, right here with the Tap In Podcast. Shout out to the Noops. And I just want to jump right in on this because I just did this post and I was talking to Donte about this. So lately, I've just been like in this state of self-accountability and standing up for our community. And I believe that standing up for our community starts with us. We need to be outraged when we are killing one another. I don't care about you, no community program, no fathers. We need to have self-accountability. I just did a post and on my Instagram page, which really pissed me off, and I reposted this. So 2 men in D.C. shot into a vehicle with automatic weapons. A pregnant woman was shot and killed, but her baby survived. The male who was shot in the shoulder got away to get help. Police are still searching for the suspects. Okay, and
how do we know if they black or white or
they
what?
are definitely black. I have pictures of them.
You can't see them.
They're black. They're black, Donte. Fuck. They're black.
They got on a full
Don't
hoodie.
do this.
They got on full hoodie and gloves.
They're black.
You don't know that.
They're black.
You don't know that.
They are black.
You jumping to conclusions.
I'm not jumping to no conclusion. They're black male suspects, okay? Now,
how can you tell by the way they're holding the gun?
I can tell by the way they hold they got on, the way they holding the gun, the body type, the truck that they shot into. They killed a black female. She's dead and gone. She leaves us a child. These 2 niggas are running through the city. And guess what's going to happen, Donte? The community is going to protect these niggas out of this G code of being a real and not snitching. I'm over this notion of that. People are coming to my page telling me about no fathers, no that. We have to take self-accountability. It starts today. You need to have the same outrage of when the white man choked that nigga out on the subway train. That white man was not a police officer, a judge. He wasn't a mayor. None of that. You got up in outrage. You want to protest. You want him to go to jail, even though the nigga he choked out had been causing harm to black people for the whole fucking time. If you don't have the same outrage for these 2 niggas, you are contradicting yourself. I'm on my page right now. I am blocking people. If they don't agree, if you don't get in line, I don't want you as a fan. I don't want you coming to my shows. I'm for the black community. I'm for the people. Your excuses. So now we can begin.
Okay. So your problem is you just want people to be outraged the same way they was.
I want people to be outraged. We need to start cleaning up the community. This old no snitching. Every nigga's not a gangster. You warehouse working ass niggas are not gangsters, nigga. You're not. Tell. Now these niggas hiding. These niggas need to be escorted to the police immediately.
And what do you say? What do you say to the people that say, like, if I tell, then I'm gonna be in harm's way?
Right. And that's true. We need to start now. We have to change this narrative, this subculture that we have accepted. This subculture that
Who is
we
accepted? I think it's
a lot of us. A lot of us.
I think it's changing. I think it's changing now, where snitching is becoming like okay.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Kinda. But what has happened is this, dog. First of all, the majority of black people are not into the street life. What happens is the minority of our subculture is highlighted, where it's cool to be gangster, it's cool to be a street nigga. And it's not only highlighted, but it's pushed out into the media and sold back to us and profited off of us by other groups, okay? So this is the general consensus of us as a people. So when these murders rise in the hood, everybody want to holler out, this is a proximity crime when there are innocent blacks being shot down like dogs. Now, men lie, women lie, numbers don't. You have 250 innocent niggas being killed by police and 6,000 to 7,000 innocent niggas being killed by us. Okay,
Innocent?
it's ridiculous.
Innocent?
There's some innocent, some drop. This woman was just with her baby.
Yes, no. This
You
is
get
a tragedy.
straight bullets.
Yeah, this
you
is a
get
tragedy.
old women can't leave. Bullets flying through the community and nobody's taking accountability. I don't care if you didn't have a father, nigga. You gonna have one in jail. It's a one in the jailhouse for your ass. It's ridiculous. The music, we go over this over and over again. Everybody, 30 million, 50 million YouTube channels. Everybody want to blame Vlad. Vlad not forcing them niggas to go down there. None of them niggas are going to come sit on the Tap In podcast, but they run to him. They go tell on theyself and get locked the up, and these niggas get in unison. Vlad the police. No self-accountability. I'm over it. So if
what's
you
the solution then?
are against me, you, I don't want you as a fan.
What's the solution?
The solution, it starts with each of us individually to accept self-accountability, to shun that subculture, to say shit is whack. Us killing us is fucking whack. I don't need to hear about no nigga rapping about killing his own kind. People want me to come to rap concerts and shit. Why you ain't coming to rap concerts? The reason I don't come because I don't feel like paying $100, listen to you tell me how you gonna kill me. That's why. That's why. So this subculture is sick and it is us up far more than the white man. Period.
But a lot of this music that you speak of is producing millionaires, bringing people out of those neighborhoods, out of those situations where they're able to have a different outlook on life or a different environment in life.
And
you know what I mean?
Well, so they not real, so they still continuously lying to the people.
It's entertainment. It's all lying. Actors lying.
Right.
Like it's all entertainment.
Right.
Entertainment is lying.
They lie in country western. I don't see white people shooting each other in the head and just running around acting crazy and they live in trailer parks.
You'll be surprised. You'd be surprised, like the amount of crime that go on in trailer park homes. It's just
I'm sure it does.
They just don't have no Wi-Fi. That's what it is. So you don't see it. They just don't have the Wi-Fi that everybody inside the bigger cities have. But it be some shit going down. They probably ain't shooting each other to the degree that they are in black neighborhoods. But listen, I think crime is a proximity thing. Anytime you get, I don't care who it is.
It could be. But I don't need to die because you getting in the shootout with these two niggas over here.
You right. I agree with that.
What's the excuse for that?
No, I think everybody is these Dracos, these AKs, whatever.
It's sick and demented, bro. And I get it. Yeah, there are mass killings and mass shootings that occur they occur once in a while, but in our communities, we are wiping each other out by an alarming rate. And when I mention this, I'm labeled as some type of coon or Uncle Tom or some like that. And you know what? At this point, I'm gladly accepting that term because as a black man who lives in an all-black community, is married to a beautiful black woman with a black child that went to a HBCU, pledged a black fraternity, I got to listen to some elitist-ass nigga to tell me about systemic racism while this nigga lives in a gated community next to his oppressor. Get the out of here, man. I don't want to hear that. And then you ask the nigga, well, why are you rich, nigga? If it's so bad, if the white man is evil, nigga, why you rich? Why you got the money? So you're special. You're a special Negro. You're magical, nigga. I can't because I'm black. That's what I hear. That's what I hear.
That you can't
and
because
these
you black.
elitist ass niggas are telling the people that to suppress them. I would never tell a black child he can't. You can. You might not have had a daddy. You might not have had a mama. It's gonna be hard. It's gonna be fucked up. Yes, it is. We was all fucked up. I didn't come from a motherfucking silver spoon, nigga. But you can make it. Life is not fair. You could have woke up in North Korea eating rats. But you're an American. It's not fair. You could have woke up in the Congos of Africa digging lithium out of the ground to make EVs. But you woke up in America. I know you don't have a father and you don't have community programs. I know that. But you're here. Figure it the out.
Okay. Who is telling them they can't though? Because I've never hear
elitist, black, elitist,
like who?
Progressive, liberal niggas are telling them this.
Name them.
No, because I don't feel like fighting all them niggas. You know who they are.
I don't.
They show up to protest when the white people do some shit, and when niggas kill each other, they don't appear.
So the only people
They don't appear.
The only people I could think of is what's the dude that's from New York that be with what's the guy name? He was an ex-rapper. I'm gonna figure out his name because he was with
I don't know. I'm just speaking for me and you, whatever. You niggas do not appear when we have issues in the community, and it's sickening. This lady lost her life in Chicago. I'm from the south side of Chicago. We're so caught up when a white person does something, and the reason being is because these niggas get attention. You get attention, you get money when the white people do some shit. And these are white people that are not in positions of power. All white people are not the police. But when something happens to us by us, there's nothing to be said. Nobody descends on the ground. Nobody protests. Nobody does. There was no outrage. A young black female police officer, 26 years of age, was shot and killed on the south side of Chicago by 3 niggas. Nothing was said about that. And it's sick. But you want every other race to respect us. Give me a fucking break. Them niggas needed to be shot like dogs. Nigga, walk to the police station. You don't have a father, you will have him in prison. He's going to give you honey buns and you from time to time and give you guidance. This is over with, man. It's up.
Man.
I can't wait till you put this shit out. Y'all come on my page talking shit. I'll block y'all ass too.
The guy who I was thinking of is my son. Is he one of the ones you talking about? Because I do see him protesting a lot.
He is. But he's one of them.
But my son, I think my son is for like.
Look, if you're not speaking to this shit when it happens, if you only speaking for this shit when a white person does something, you are full of shit.
But here's
point blank.
But here's my thing: it's so many instances where it's black on black and it's white on black, it's police officer on black. Like, it's so many instances while you dealing with one issue.
Before I can change the world, I must change myself. Before I can change the world, I must change myself. And I'm more concerned about what's going on in my house. This is my house.
Right.
I cannot help. I get it. If there are outside forces with us, but if we are to continuously accept a subculture where it is okay and justified and normalized of us slaughtering one another, is bullshit. It's bullshit. There are poor-ass white people. I worked as a pharmacist. I worked around fucking trailer parks, around white people that can barely read and write. They're not slaughtering each other by the masses. You might get a redneck beat out of his wife, or he might even kill her, but it's very much contained. This is out of control. The music is demonic. All is demonic. It has to stop. It has to stop. We cannot continuously accept it. If you can shame me in high school, niggas, for not having the proper sneakers, you didn't give a if my mama couldn't afford them, if my daddy was on drugs, you get your ass roasted. And what would happen? You figure out how to get the sneakers. It should be the same way now. No excuses. None.
I think nowadays these kids or these young dudes who are doing these crimes, they're just scared individuals. They're scared because they didn't have their father in their life.
Here we go. Yeah, and you're going to have one in jail.
Yeah, because they didn't have.
Good.
But listen, I think so. Here's my only argument about it. Right, when what's the name? Biden's son. Right, he's off on drugs. He's doing everything. Everybody's trying to get him rehab. Everybody's trying to get him some kind of help for his situation. when it comes to black boys or black kids, there's no program. There's no let me send you somewhere for some help. There's no place to get corrected.
But I believe in black people. I believe we are smarter beyond all boundaries and means. You know right from wrong. You know right from wrong. There's no excuse.
Listen,
you don't have a daddy. Okay, you know right from wrong.
Right, but these kids go
your ass to jail. Well, yeah, good. And you're gonna have, when you meet the booty warrior in the penitentiary, you will get proper guidance. You on TikTok, YouTube, you see the fate of this shit. You see what this street leads to. Go your ass to jail. All that.
Okay,
we all from the hood. You from the hood.
Let me ask you this.
I'm from the hood.
Right.
It comes down to personal decisions and responsibility.
Let me ask you this.
Enough of the excuses.
I agree with you, but let me ask you this. As a 20-year-old, you look back on that you did, right? Would you do that now as a 40-year-old man?
What did I do at 20?
You probably didn't shoot nobody. You probably wasn't living that life. But it was probably some things that you probably did that you was like, dang, looking back, I probably wouldn't do that. You know what I mean? I probably wouldn't do that.
Yeah, but I never, hey, bro, look, when it comes to killing, nigga, you should know right from fuck. When it comes to killing and pillaging your own goddamn people, you need to know right from wrong. And if you don't, listen,
I agree with you.
Free will.
I agree with you.
And there are consequences. One thing I teach my son about everything he does is consequences.
Right. But I agree with you. But to somebody that's living in the hood, their consequences of not trying to shoot you is somebody killing me. Like that's their reality. If I don't go and do this, I may be a victim.
Right. And so
you know what I'm saying? I may be a victim.
Right.
And my only combat to that is be a suspect. To go after you before you come after me.
Right.
That's my only.
So my whole you're right. So my whole thing is to spark the minds where we just begin to change the narrative. I'm not saying I'm gonna do it. All I could do is just be a good father to my son, be a great husband, and be a strong black man in a nuclear family. That's how I'm trying to help niggas with the dashikis that talk ain't seen they mother kids. That's how I'm trying to. That's my contribution. But we have to have self-accountability. There are consequences to this. No remorse. Niggas will shoot you and make an album and dance to the. It's so ridiculous that they want to pass laws and to protect these niggas from admitting the crimes in rap music. It's not simple enough not just to rap about the crimes. That would be too hard for you not to rap about the nigga you shot. So let's put a law in place so that the record companies can remain profitable. It is sick. It's sick. And there's no excuse. So I've decided I'm going to stand on these 10 toes down. Any motherfucker against what I got to say, you getting blocked, I'm moving on. I'm not changing my mind. I'm not turning off that course. I don't give a You can call me Coon, Uncle Tom. Thank you for the compliment.
Well, Coon, listen. So I hear exactly what you're saying, and I'm on board somewhat of what you're saying, right? I just think I don't know what the solution is. Everybody,
it just starts now. It's just self-accountability, bro. It's literally self-account. It just starts there, dog. It's not cool to kill no nigga. You're not about to sit there and tell me you killed a pregnant woman.
So here's my thing.
And I'm gonna be like, man, they crazy.
No. So here's my thing. My argument is, I think if you in that life, you got to make sure you get who you supposed to be getting. When you killing innocent women, pregnant women, then that's when I ain't got no remorse for you.
How about not being in the life? How about shaming the life?
Some people don't have no choices.
Hold on.
Some people don't have no choices.
That's bull.
Some people don't have no choices. Listen,
Cap.
When you are in that life, it is, hey, I know what I signed up for. I know what I'm signing up for. You the opposition, and my job is to get you. Your job is to get me. Once we agree to that, whether it's verbal or not, then okay, cool. I signed up for that. But once you start killing innocent families, then they even cowboys and Indians, they knew that that's what they signed up for, and that's what it was gonna be. But when you start taking out innocent people, pregnant women, and you start messing with old ladies, that's when I have no remorse for you. That's when whatever you got coming to you, then yes, you got coming to you. But when you sign up for the life, then
we all need to denounce the life. That's what I'm saying.
But there is no.
There needs to be a denunciation of the life.
I know in theory that sounds great.
What does it lead to?
It doesn't lead to anything.
So hold on. Let me get this right.
That sounds great, but I'm just saying.
Right. It sounds great.
Theory.
But let me get this right. Let me get this straight right. You wake up as an American. One of the greatest luxuries we have as U.S. citizens is the ability to complain. That is one of the greatest luxuries we have.
True.
If anybody's been out of the country, if you complaining about the government in China, you go to jail. North Korea, they not only jail you, but they jail 6 or 7 generations of your family. So for your dumb ass saying something, they picking up mama, they picking up your brother, your aunties, your uncles, and your goddamn cousins. And now you in a mother all y'all in prison for something your stupid ass said. So that's the first thing, okay? When you want to go out and do your street, your criminal activity, why? Because you want the clothes? Because you want to flex for something? It ain't just about food, nigga. Because if it was just about food, you wouldn't be running on Instagram, flashing the guns, showing your cash off. Because you want to be something.
Money.
You want to be
it's
special.
It's about money. Yeah.
It's about more. You know it gets about more than money. You get a little money. You get a hit. You help your people. But what happens after that? I need the car because I want to get this. It won't even look my way unless I got this money. And then it turns into a perpetual cycle. And then you get a rap deal and a song, and you talk about slaughtering and killing your own kind until death comes to knock at your door. And once that death comes to knock at your door, I'm supposed to wear a shirt and pray for your black ass and cry and say no. And then you either go to jail. I'm supposed to say free you. And the reason I'm saying free you is because you entertained me in song and dance. 8 people you killed. The mama that don't have a son, the child that no longer has a father, all of them, you entertained me. So you need to be free and out of the jail. It is sick and demented. I don't give a anymore. It's up. It's up as far as I'm concerned. And I will call the police on a nigga fast. I don't care. I will prosecute you. I don't give a no. They say, man, you ain't no real ass nigga. No, I'm Pinocchio nigga. I am Pinocchio nigga.
Do you have you been following this YNM Melly?
Yes.
YNW Melly trial?
Oh yeah, I've seen it, and I mean, it looks like he might get off, unfortunately. But he murdered his friends, and he's sitting in court laughing, and the people are saying, "Well, YNM Melly, he entertained me. He made me feel warm and fuzzy on the inside from his music. So they need to free him and let him go." Just let him go. Cause he entertained me. It don't matter he shot 2 of his best friends in the back of the head. Let him out. Where are we? This is crazy.
Yeah.
But you niggas want white people to value you and just, it's sick. You don't value yourself. This is where we're at. Nobody wants to hear this truth. Nobody. You become a coon when you hold a mirror up to a nigga's face. That's what magically turns you into a coon. When you say, look at you, nigga. Oh, you cool ass nigga, get the mirror out of my face.
I don't think it's that. I think it's like, it's almost, I think when you become a coon is kind of what your mama used to tell you, hey, what goes on this house stays in this house. You know what I'm saying?
How can it stay in the house house with niggas on white platforms talking about killing their own kind. It's been out of the house. There is no house. There's no house.
It's the culture.
There's no house.
There's a culture, though.
They kill.
The culture
they kill to get a record deal. They go on other people's platforms and they talk about this. There's no house.
But it's culture.
It's no culture. I don't subscribe to a subculture.
Why
you're
you
talking about a subculture, not culture. That is a subculture. That's not culture.
It's hip hop culture.
Subculture.
Urban culture.
Subculture.
Okay, so
I grew up in the hood. I had friends. Niggas was gang banging. They had mamas in it because sometimes people say, man, you grew up in a 2-parent home. You know how many niggas I know grew up in a 2-parent home that's killers, nigga, that took the wrong path? It's about choices, personal choices and decisions. Point blank, period. I don't understand why we can't get this through our heads. And the elitist niggas that tell you different, they look at you as sheep because they want to get paid off of your stupid ass. It is much easier for me to sit on this podcast and call you niggas kings and queens and tell you about a real estate course that I can scam you in than it is for me to tell you the truth. I'm standing on this.
No, I feel you.
It's up.
But I honestly don't. Because I grew up in a 1-parent household. So, and I still would call the police on a nigga. You know what I mean?
Right.
I still would. So I don't even think it has that.
We're all like a nigga I was talking about his circumstance. We all came from the same. We all from the same. What's your excuse?
But here's what I want to say.
It is
right?
hot in this motherfucker. Did y'all turn the AC on?
Yeah, we did.
God damn.
Cause you yelling, you too.
I am emotional.
Yes, you are.
I'm feeling this. I'm trying to stand up.
You don't feel
I can't keep blaming this white producer for my problems.
First of all,
I can't blame him.
First of all, he is not white.
What are you?
He's Hispanic.
Oh, okay. Well, I can't. He look white.
He is not white. So let's get that clear. But at the same time, it's like some people, when your only outlet is to get out in the streets and you have to kind of find your way, because everybody has between that, I would say between that 13 to 17 to 18-year-old, that's when you're really trying to find yourself. You're trying to find where you fit at in the world, where you going through, where's your identity is between that 13 to 18-year-old. And some people go to the streets and they have people that kind of show them the way, or they kind of find themselves in the streets that resonates with them.
So let's just get something clear.
That's just
right
what
now.
they form into.
Let's just get something clear right now.
What's up?
This whole notion of fair, okay?
No, I'm not talking about fair.
No. We have to listen.
Between 13 and 18, what was you doing? Between 13 and 18.
Going to school.
Okay. I'm talking about like after school. Like everybody was in school, but I'm saying like after school, other stuff that you did outside.
I was on the baseball team. I couldn't really play, tried to hoop.
That's what I'm saying.
Parents. I was really just avoiding, I went to Simeon. I was walking home to avoid conflicts with niggas and gangs, walking around another way, man.
So, but your parents put you in activities outside of like, so you would have to deal with the streets.
And there was niggas in those activities who are street niggas now and in jail who was in those same activities with me. So go ahead.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So keep going. Let's keep moving the goalposts and shuffling this around. It's about personal choice.
It ain't nobody that was.
It is niggas that I played baseball with that are in jail and dead who had mama and daddy.
Okay.
So
it ain't programs. The programs ain't the answer then. Is that what you're saying?
Personal choice, and it is us as a community to denounce all this.
I denounce it, yes.
To say no more. Nigga, if you do wrong, there's consequence.
Yeah.
Regardless, I know You didn't
Well,
have
I
your
agree
mama.
with
You didn't have a membership to the. Yeah, we know. Well, you gonna have a membership to this penitentiary. Point blank. Period. It's to all this excuse making and feeling sorry for a mother. No. Okay. When I was coming up, I was, hell, I'm square. Okay, I'm a square.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of gangbanging niggas make fun of squares. They roast you and all that. So now I'm a successful grown black man. That nigga. That's how I feel. That nigga, yeah, I'm a square. So, but look at you. Now that hurts. The same way it hurt me as a child. You made a decision. You chose that life. The life didn't choose. You chose it. What the f are we talking about?
You know what I feel like a lot
Nobody's mama want them to do that, bro. We not that kind of people. Your grandmama and mama want you to do right. They try to provide and work their ass off for you to do right.
Here's what I feel like people that have that kind of mindset that you just explained. They were either picked on or laughed at when they was young, and now that they're older, they're upset. They're upset because maybe they were led astray or they was kind of like laughed at.
Look, I've even had affiliations. You know what I'm saying, with gangs. You know what I'm saying. I was in groups and whatever, but the mindset of the mentality, I understand, was wicked, and it was wicked. It's like a choice. It's like, they talk about this woke culture, but in a lot of this street nigga and this gangster, them niggas are the ones that's really sleep. They are asleep. They are in this damn near by design. And you have liberal whites, liberal progressive whites that tell you, hey, it's okay. It's okay. You didn't have a father and you didn't have community programs. And I'm your friend, even though I would never live by your black ass. Even though I live in a gated community to protect me from your black ass, it's okay. And we're going to give you subsidies and government assistance so you can stay in your community and kill one another. It's okay. It's okay. Keep killing. And guess what else we're going to do? The one who kills the most, we're going to give him a record deal. Yeah.
No, that ain't.
And we're going to give
that
him
ain't true.
we're going to give him a record
You're
deal.
making
And he's
all
going
this
to make
up.
millions of dollars to make it perpetual. So
No.
when the other kids look up to him that's killed 40 niggas, he'll kill 40 niggas too.
No.
And we'll go in a continuous cycle. And I'll show up to say, it's okay.
No, that's not true.
This is very true.
Because you see all these rappers are going to jail now. You see.
No, I'm glad.
Especially
it's
from where you from.
It's starting to happen.
The mayor, or what's the lady?
Clean that shit up.
The lady
and
in
I want to,
Atlanta.
and I want to say this: homicides have been down 25% consecutively
in Atlanta,
year by year. Yes, sir.
What's the mayor? What's the lady name?
It's the district attorney, Fonnie Willis.
District attorney,
Fonnie Willis. So we're getting, our homicides are continuously dropping. And a lot of these niggas want leadership like that. A lot of these niggas want that on the low. They want them up like, nigga, it stops today. And they be like, all right, too much heat. They leave. And they stop. They stop this. It is so much you can do, brothers and sisters. You have YouTube, you have TikTok. You could sell a T-shirt. You could open an icy stand. You could sell hot dogs. It is unlimited opportunity out here. So there's no excuse for this anymore. No, who the is even smoking crack in 2023 at this point? You have unlimited upside potential. There are too many examples of success. There are countless examples of successful black men and women. There are millions of black people millionaires in this white supremacist system that supposedly oppresses you. I'm not saying racism does not exist. It does. But it doesn't exist in a way where it's blocking you from living in a certain place, where it's blocking you from doing what you want to do. And when it does exist, guess what? You're even able to profit off of it through a lawsuit. How many niggas done get? A girl was late to work 8 times. She done got a $25 million settlement from a company because they tried to fire her. She said they were racist. She got $25 million. So come on, give me a break. How long are we gonna cry and moan and complain without taking any type of action or self-accountability. It's over. It's over. I don't want to hear it. Tisk tisk. I'm from nothing too. We're all from nothing. My parents, we all was hurting, nigga, in the 80s. I came up in the crack era. We was hurting.
So let me ask you this.
We're a resilient people.
We
and
are.
if you want to bring up the slavery excuse.
No, I'm not going to bring that up. Every major company, billion-dollar company, trillion-dollar company in America started from some kind of not legal financial situation. They didn't pull themselves by the bootstraps. They either use some kind of drug, some kind of gang,
like
some
Tyler
kind of
Perry, because
illegal activity.
Tyler Perry sold a lot of crack to get up to where he at. I remember that.
So
he was killing niggas in the street. Remember?
Tyler Perry is an exception. He's not the rule.
He's magical.
No, he's not.
Here we go to exception. They have magical Negroes. Everyone. They have unicorn niggas.
See, what you doing is what a lot of people do.
No,
you point out one person that is supposed to represent millions of people and say, hey, this one person can do it, so you can too.
Man, it is so many examples.
That's what you're saying. But what I'm trying to explain to you is, hey, some people have these roadblocks it's just unavoidable for them. So how do they get out of that situation?
There's 724 black billionaires, and all 724 somehow magical Negroes.
Are they from America?
The list goes on and fucking on.
Can you tell us
so
they're from America?
So Tyler Perry, Michael Jordan, you want to say exception, cool.
These are exceptions.
So we got Robert Smith, worth $8 billion. Robert Smith is 60 years old, wealthiest black person in the United States. He a private equity firm. He doesn't hoop, doesn't play ball, doesn't rap, tap dance, and sing. David Stewart, net worth $6 billion. IT provider.
Let me ask you this though.
Whoa, hold on.
How many people?
Alexander Karp, co-founder, CEO of Planeteer Technologies. He came from niggas too. Tiger Woods and LeBron. Okay, we'll give them the exception to the rules. Tyler Perry, Sean Diddy Combs. We'll keep making them exceptions, but we can keep going down this fucking...
entertainers though.
We can still keep going down the list.
Sports and entertainment.
Yeah, I just named you 3 tech founders, and you telling me sports and fucking entertainment.
Okay, but I'm just saying, out of those 3 that you named, the top 10, out of those top 10, 3 of the 10 was in tech, and the other 7 was sports and entertainment.
No, I got to get a whole list.
724 out of how many millions of black people?
There's 330 million black people in the U.S.
Okay, and it's 724 millionaires. That's probably less than 1%
right.
that are billionaires.
I'm glad you brought that number up. That's 724. We make up 13% of the population, meaning at 13% of the population.
Are we still 13%?
This is just stated. So we make up 13% of the population. So you talking about maybe roughly 40 million, 724 billionaires out of 40 million. Worldwide billionaires, you have about 2,050 out of 8 billion. So per capita, as a black person in America, nigga, we have more billionaires inside our community of 724, which 10 I named were entertainers and athletes. What's your excuse? What's your excuse? What's your excuse?
My excuse is...
It's no excuse.
No, there is.
Excuses are what? You are new tools of incompetence used to build monuments of nothingness, and those who indulge are capable of nothing but excuses. What's your excuse, my Kappa Alpha Psi frat brother?
Let me give it to you. So, out of there's a hood in LA, there's a hood in Texas, there's a hood in Atlanta, there's a hood. Do you think this is by design, or do you think it's just happenstance?
It's choices.
You think choices?
Hey, nigga.
You think it's happenstance, or you think this is design?
It's everywhere. I'm out of the hood.
You think it is design?
I'm out of the hood. You out of the hood. When America first started, they put the Jewish community in what was called tenements. That's where the first projects came from. They put them in the gate. They all got out.
I'm glad you said that. I'm
they
glad
all
you brought
got
up
out.
Jewish.
Tell me more.
I'm glad you brought up Jewish. I was watching a video the other day, and a Jewish financial advisor was saying that because of his Jewish background, that they needed more money than a regular average American person. Just because he's Jewish. And you know why? Because he was saying
After the Holocaust, they said 2 words: never again. They
but I'm
pooled their
just saying,
resources and
they
changed.
said just because he's Jewish, he needs to have more money. There needs to be more financial money coming into his household just because he's Jewish. Because they have to go to Jewish school, they can't go to like public school. They have to pay for some kind of other things that they have. And he was like, Jewish people probably have more kids than an average American person, so they need to have more money coming into their household. And just because they're Jewish, not because they're smarter, not because they have more opportunities, not because. And he was like, we have to live in a certain area. And he was like, this is the area that we have to live in. So the amount of the money for that particular area we need to live in, we need to have more money. And I was just like, I don't understand that. Like, why does he think that he needs to have more money just because he's Jewish? And maybe I'm ignorant to the fact I don't know what the Jewish background is or what they have to have or what they can't have. But I was like, that kind of struck me like, I don't understand that.
And then too, the richest man in the world is an African American.
Who, Robert Smith?
Elon Musk.
Elon ain't black.
He African and American.
He ain't African.
Elon Musk is South African and American.
No,
this is a fact. Elon Musk is South African. What? He is an African American.
Elon Musk
is African American.
He don't put that on
South
the census.
African.
He don't put
American.
that on the census though.
No, that's just a joke. I'm just
okay.
fucking up. But he is an African American. He's African and American.
I'm just saying, some of these kids, yes, they need to go to jail,
bro.
Immediately.
Listen,
some of them just need a little guidance.
I'm gonna tell every black child, man, I can't touch all y'all, bro. I wish I could. I really do. I can't, but I can tell you, man. It's your choices, little bro. It's your decisions, bro. Straight up. And I'm not saying the decisions you make to walk a straight and narrow path or a righteous path are going to be easy in your community. It's going to be hard. It's going to be hard. Just like that nigga that's supposed to be so tough and hard, but he really not. It's going to be hard. It's hard to be a righteous black man in the community, bro. It's hard to walk a straight and narrow. Because you got niggas trying to pull you one way. Then you dodging so much. You don't, when you just a good black dude that did the right thing, there's no reward for that in our community. Where's the pat on the back for that nigga? It don't exist. But if you kill a bunch of niggas, go in and out of jail, sell dope, you get the barbecue and the cookout. That is sick.
No, let me ask you this. Because I'm thinking about my life, right? When you was a kid, did y'all take vacations? Did y'all go like outside of Chicago? Did y'all move around?
We did not really, no.
Okay. So when was the first time you ever like left Chicago?
First time I didn't even get on my first plane until I was about 16, 17. My daddy actually brought me here to Dallas to visit his brother. And we flew. That was the first time I ever flew on the plane. Me, my brother, and my dad. That was it. The furthest we went that was considered out of town was to Gary, Indiana, to visit my cousins. And we went to Six Flags, and then my dad is from Arkansas, so we drove to Arkansas. I am a nigga's nigga. Trust and believe.
Yeah.
And to any comedians, like, this is what I find even funny too. When I did these posts about Tyler Perry buying BET, and so of course we like to talk about white supremacy, and for some reason they let Tyler Perry buy Confederate military base and turn it into a movie. Those evil, can you believe them evil white people did that shit? Them evil, racist white people that control the earth and the water and the air. They let this nigga do that. But I forgot, he's magical. So I had posted that here's a black man that primarily was abused as a child, came from a broken home, and was also homeless. But he managed to amass this amount of wealth. He managed to do for self. And I'm supposed to sit here and tell other black people, he different. He's special. You can't do that, nigga, because you's a nigga and the white man got his foot on your neck. So just sit.
I don't think that
and be
narrative
vile.
I don't think that
and
narrative
kill
is
each
still
other.
relevant.
And don't do
I don't think that narrative is still relevant about white men. Like
I
think it's about green. It ain't about white
absolutely
black. It's about green.
Do you know how I judge people, bro? I'm
green.
judging people straight up, dog, on the content of their character, as Dr. King said.
It's about
you
green.
could be
now.
white or black. You could be an asshole white man, and I'm not gonna just say all the white people is racist. You could be a racist white man. I'm gonna be like, all these crackers is racist. They holding me back. Cause in my life, there have been more niggas in my way to block my progress than whites. And that's a whole nother topic of discussion. Huh. And them elitist ass niggas that tell you that you down and you can't do this, you can't do that, and they for the people, try to go in their section in the club.
See, I don't
and
hear,
watch what they do.
But I don't hear, when you saying you hear these elitist black people saying that, I'm trying to figure out who you talking about, because I don't hear no black people saying that. Or you can't do this, you can't do that. I don't hear that.
You can't, but they're using a lot of as excuses. I'm not saying it doesn't exist, but we have this song called, isn't it We Shall Overcome? Our black national anthem that says we shall overcome. Why are we not overcoming? Why we, the don't say, we shall make excuses. We should make excuses.
Listen, that was our parents.
Because the white man is in control and we can't do shit.
You can't deny that there is systemic racism.
There is.
Okay. Now,
and I can't deny all the successful black people that I see, the magical Negroes that you talk about. It seems to be over 1 million of them now. I can't deny them either. I can't.
But some of those millionaires are in hip hop. Some of them are in music. Some of them are in entertainment.
Most of them are in tech and real estate. A lot of that hip hop and entertainment music money is fake.
What you mean?
It's
fake?
just not. It's not what you think it is, bro.
What you mean is fake?
Bro, it's not what you think it is. Robert Smith is a certified billionaire with the hedge fund and got real capital. A lot of this is dependent on, have equity in a liquor brand, and it's all based on you as a person. I'm an entertainer. It's not the same thing. We put on the front like it is, but it's really not. You have real wealth. I mean, I live in Atlanta. I see it all the time. I see examples of this all the time. You have old black money. Okay, these people did it. I don't look at that as them being magical niggas. I look at it as inspiration that I can too. I'm not going to look no black child in the face and tell him what he can't do. Ain't nobody going to feel sorry for your ass, son. Nobody cares. You a man. You a man. Nobody cares. That's the truth of it. My black ass don't care. That white man don't care. Nobody cares. You're a man. Make proper decisions.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
Let's move on to another subject.
Come on. This has been, how many minutes we been? I gotta go pee. Can I go pee let me go piss.
Yeah, go ahead. We'll take a little break. Man, so 2 things. Mm-hmm. You can tell me where we want to go. Bootsy in jail.
Mm-hmm.
They got him on some Fed. It seems like some Fed gun case.
Okay.
He in jail. Or we could talk about Sukiana and the YK Osiris.
Right, we can talk about all.
Here's what I want to let's start here because I want to start on the YK Osiris and Sukiana.
Okay.
Because I understand it, but I don't think it's sexual assault. I don't think it's that far. You know what I mean? I think it's maybe, hey man, you overstep your boundaries with this woman.
Right.
And no matter what she was saying or flirting or whatever the case is, everybody else, it feels like they're putting their opinion on Sukiana and making Sukiana kind of say, okay, well, yeah, maybe I should have felt like this. Should I be feeling like this? Mm-hmm. But I don't think it's like where everybody was making it like this nigga really violated her in that way.
Right. So I just want to say this. I don't feel that, before I begin, I want to say I don't feel that it's any man's right nor place to force himself upon a woman. I'm going to say it again. I don't feel there's any man's right or place to force himself upon a woman. In the case of Sukiana represents herself in a certain light. It's no difference from the fake rapper street nigga who reps himself in a certain light and then gets pressed and extorted in certain gang territories. Okay. So if you're selling, now I'm not justifying what he did, but if your whole is eat my me and I suck all the time, and then here you are in this light, and this guy comes to play with you by kissing you in the mouth or putting his hands on you. Is this not what you're representing and putting out to other young girls to demean and demoralize themselves? And then now everybody's supposed to cry for you because it's okay. You know, even though I represent a hoe, I'm not really a hoe. But, you know, like I said, I don't agree with what YK Osiris did, but I notice a lot of women that are doing these podcasts that call themselves hoes and talking about it's highly entertaining, but about 90% of them are a lie. 90% of them are lying. They're no different from the tough rapper nigga. Y'all doing the same exact because it's entertaining. You get the clicks, you get the likes, and you probably get a record deal. I've never heard a Sukiana album. Most of these I ain't even heard no music from them. They just do continuous antics online. Blueface and the girl. I don't know this nigga's song. I just see him with this toothless woman fighting all the time. It's entertainment. It's entertaining. This is what they do. And then when they do this on such a large scale, it comes back to the community where we're represented as such as a whole. Okay? That's it. That's how I feel about it.
Hey, Sebastian, is the audio's back on? Okay.
I mean, the way Sukiana talks and, you know, puts herself out, you know, I wouldn't have been shocked if YK Osiris, I would have been shocked if he pulled his out and started on the table in front of everybody.
So
I
here's
would have
the
felt
thing.
she'd be like, yeah, me right here. Ah.
Yeah, but I know it's gonna be women in the comments that's gonna be saying like just because I
do
talk
not
about
justify. Once again, I don't justify what YK Osiris did. I do not feel that it is any man's place to put his hands nor touch a woman. Let this be a message to rappers and entertainers. Don't touch or look at these women. Ignore them. Don't look or touch them. Don't talk to them. Ignore them. Ignore them. Let them do whatever the they want to do, but you put on blinders. You don't look their way. That's what has to happen.
That sounds great, but you know that ain't.
Well, that's what you need to do to protect yourselves, young brothers. It's all about choices. It's all about decisions. Protect yourself. Nigga, when I go to the gym, I don't look at no woman. I don't want to be in a TikTok or something saying I'm staring. I don't look. I don't talk. I don't speak. When I walk into the gym and I open the door and there's a woman behind me, I make sure I shut that mother. I'm not going to hold the door open for your ass because you're going to think I like you or something. No, I shut it. You open it for your goddamn self.
So that brings a bigger question. Is women killing chivalry?
Without a doubt, 100%.
They are.
Yeah.
Because
Because
these.
you're being, bro, like a lot of men, like, you're being, you hold the door open for a woman. She think is damn near like that sexual assault to be nice or to say some kind. So, as we continue into the future, this is what's going to happen. More and more men are going to stop talking. And then y'all, it is a perpetual cycle because women are going to think, oh, God, I need to get a bigger ass injection. No man is looking at me. Men are not looking at talking to women because they're scared. They're in fear that a woman is so easy because in this day and age, if you do something to a woman, you are guilty. It ain't no innocent. You're guilty, nigga. If you ain't even touched this, if she say anything, you're cooked, and the carnage is done. So it's too late. Like once it comes out that you ain't even do, the public don't want to hear that. Now you done lost deals. You done lost millions upon millions of dollars in your.
Yeah.
Hello, what's the actor's name?
Who?
Jonathan Majors. How you been, bro?
Oh, Jonathan Majors.
How you doing?
Yeah.
You should have. Let me tell you something. That woman slapped you. You should have just rolled out of that cab and goddamn it, never spoke to her ass again and laughed.
And you know what? When I'm looking at this YK Osiris thing, is because I've forcibly kissed women like that before.
Oh.
Have
Cooked.
and they loved it though.
You just cooked yourself.
I know, but they've liked it. The women,
How
the
do
women.
we know? Was this probably a woman out there that's gonna look at this pie? I remember that.
She liked it.
I felt
though.
uncomfortable.
She liked it though.
She acted like she liked it in a moment because it was awkward. This is what happens.
No,
I didn't know what to do. I was scared.
She liked that little aggressive, passionate kind of.
I don't like how this is going.
She liked the kind
I have a Hulu show, sir. I don't like how you're
I'm
saying
not saying
this.
you. I'm saying me. I'm saying me.
You saying she liked it. I don't know if she liked it. How do you know?
Because we left where we were and we did what we did. That's how I know she liked it, because she allowed it to go further.
There are no statute of limitations on this, so I don't know. You might want to recant.
No, I don't. I ain't gonna recant because you don't know who I'm talking about. You don't know who I'm talking about.
But if she watching
know
this,
who I'm
she
talking
know who
about.
she is, and she come out on your ass, and then they do.
And I'm gonna say no,
they
it
gonna
wasn't
do
you.
They gonna do a clip of it, and then they gonna
I'm
go.
saying it wasn't
and then,
you.
and then the public gonna go, oh, really?
No, it wasn't you.
Really, it wasn't. Yeah,
Nah, it
you think
wasn't
the
her.
public gonna accept that?
That
Okay,
wasn't who I'm thinking about.
Right.
That's not the person who I'm thinking about.
right. Bill Cosby wasn't thinking about none of them bitches either. He didn't know 60 of them.
Listen, I know women who like kind of being aggressive men. Like I know women that like being pursued aggressively, but the women has to welcome it. But for men, we like. I know for me as a 40-year-old, I'm like, I wouldn't know what to do in this day and age. If I was 20 right now, I wouldn't know what to do.
Bro, I wouldn't know either, dog.
I wouldn't know what to do.
I wouldn't. I could.
But as a 20-year-old, I can tell you, I have forcibly kissed women like that, and I think I want to say one of the times we was in public, and it was like, oh, okay, yeah. And I'm just saying, like, it wasn't no big deal.
Can we show some of the things that Sukiana says? Like, can you pull that up, or would you get a copyright strike or something?
It'd probably be a copyright, but yeah.
Can you read some of the?
So I seen a video this morning when she was in the studio with Lil Duval, and she was like, she will turn Lil Duval out, and she wanted Lil Duval to eat her ass. You know what I mean? Like all this kind of stuff. Like I heard her saying all this. Let's okay, hold on.
You might get a strike.
Let me see. Okay, this somebody else. But I know Sukiana got a song where she's saying she was eating his ass, and it was like, even when I seen a clip on the Shade Room when she was on the Candy Cody show.
Here's one of her quotes: "Put that all in my throat till I lose my voice. Before a nigga, I need a big deposit." These are some of her quotes.
But at the same time, I don't know. See, that's just, it's strange because I'm like, just at the same time, just because she's saying that, like, is that for entertainment, or is she saying that
It's definitely for entertainment. You want to get that check.
but is she saying that she likes to do this with her certain guy? You know what I mean? With a certain individual. You know what I mean? And so listen, as a 40-year-old man, I'm staying clear. I'm married.
I mean, listen.
But as a 20-year-old, I wouldn't know.
This is what she puts out. It's kind of similar to that Dave Chappelle joke of,
just because I wear a
just
certain outfit.
Hey, a woman getting robbed in the street and he dressed like a police officer and the woman run up to him, hey, I need help. He's like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Just because you see me in this police officer outfit doesn't mean I'm a cop. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's the same. I mean, hey man, I don't, God bless her, man. I don't really know.
So are you saying Sukiana needs to hold some of this responsibility?
I'm not saying that she needs to take any responsibility for this.
She don't need to take no
I don't
responsibility?
think there's a man's place to touch or force himself on a woman. It goes back to what I said. Young brothers, don't speak to them. Don't talk to them. Don't look them in the eye. Walk off when you see them. Ignore.
Good luck.
Silence is golden. Ignore. Ignore.
Good luck with that, fellas. But I wouldn't. I'm telling you, as a 20-year-old kid right now or a young man right now, when I am at my sexual peak, I wouldn't. I don't know how I will be able to function in this world.
I know how you can. It's called Pornhub and X videos. You just jack your sleep.
Yeah,
and reset. Start it over to another day.
That'll go for so long.
No, they say a lot of these young boys they losing virginity at like 26, 27 now. They not even. I don't think this new generation is. Yeah, bro. I don't think a lot of them are, dog. Like the majority. Because teenage pregnancies are damn near non-existent now.
They non-existent?
They damn near. It's bad. It's low. I mean, we're not, but even just as a society as a whole in the U.S., we're not even reproducing at a rate to replenish the population. So before we even have like a major catastrophic event, they're predicting that we're going to have a population collapse because people are so caught up on these sites and, you got your Pornhubs, your X videos, people caught up on TikTok, and we're becoming less and less social as we go throughout, as the future progresses. And then you in this pool of, this Instagram fantasy world where you have like a top 1% of men who all the women are fantasizing about, and they'll probably just get off and everybody else will be kind of left by the wayside. Like this is what's occurring right now. You have an increased number of incels. Like, this is happening, bro. And then these kids are unable to communicate with one another because they're so tied up on these devices. Like socialization is changing. And then with them new Apple goggles, which is gonna kill off the world. I mean, people won't even meet. We'll be on this podcast. I'll be in Atlanta. You here? We just got the goggles on.
Yeah,
he won't be here. He have his goggles on somewhere else, and we're just, in this digital augmented reality. Like this is where we're headed right now.
Yeah, I mean, I hear what you're saying, but I'll wait to see it, because if you would have told me in 1998, if you would have said, man, in 2023, there's going to be flying cars, you're going to be able to teleport.
They're not going to do no flying
You're going to be able to teleport. In 1998, if you would have told me that, I would be like, yeah, in 2023, I could see that.
I mean, you will be able to, with them new Apple glasses. I mean, they only gonna get better. They cost like $3,500, but I'll be able to.
You ain't gonna teleport out of that.
No, you can't, because I'll be able to join. Like if you we could go to the game together. So like I have my phone, I pay like $20. We could sit courtside at a Lakers game.
They tried that already. That shit
gonna work now, buddy. Them Apple glasses are ridiculous. Producer, have you seen them Apple glasses, bro?
I've seen them
Tell
too.
me them not about to change the world. We're about to go through a huge major shift again, bro.
And his name is not producer dude.
I'm sorry.
Sebastian.
I'm sorry. All right.
Yeah.
But no, I'm sorry about that.
I'm just saying, like, I don't. As much as people want to go into this virtual reality, I think it's gonna be like a cool little pastime, but I don't think it's. People need connection,
bro. Listen,
people, you see how depressed people got during the pandemic.
Let's
you see how depressed, even though they had Instagram Live and everybody doing all this.
But hold on, dog.
It's not going to sustain.
Hold on. I bought my son an Oculus. Okay.
Me too. I bought him two of them.
I put the Oculus on. I mean, the Oculus is not all the way, it's good, but like you're in there, you're looking around. Me and my son.
And it's cool for a little while.
Me and my son went to VR Sandbox and we played a virtual reality game where we're immersed. Bro, we were really in that. Yes. I could feel the going up and down and we killing aliens and shit. Lord, it is real, and this technology will only increase.
Yes,
because I see you right here, right, like with my eyes, right. So I feel you're in the room based off of my perception, my 3D perception of you. I'm able to touch and feel you. Okay, that's no more than impulses that my brain is processing. As technology goes, you won't be able to tell the difference with the goggles, my brother. But when we 60 and 70, you won't be able to tell the difference.
But here's my thing. Until the technology, like the glasses you got on, until technology comes to that point where the goggles are like that, these big-ass goggles that you got to, like, put on like that.
No, they're going to get like this. That's where they start, bro. Think about it. Look,
like the cellular phone?
I'll tell you this. Here's a story. Here's a story, right?
The cellular phone is almost down there back to the brick.
Bro,
it's almost big. It's almost back to the big as the brick now.
But look, here's a prime example. Ryan Davis had called me. He called me. He said, "Yo, LaVar, I'm in Atlanta, man. Pull up on me. I'm at the mall." I was like, "Word?" He's like, "Yeah, man. I want to meet you. I really came here to meet you." I said, "You serious, nigga?" I go to the mall. I meet up with him. We walking around just talking, chilling. And Ryan looks at me and he goes, "LaVar, do you realize this is the first time I've met you in person?" I said, I was like, oh, because we have been communicating through social media. And it's like, just this, which is prehistoric compared to what we're going to, has already blurred the line. Like, I'm literally talking to people online, or they coming, on the FaceTime, on the video, on the Zoom, and you feel like you know this person and you've never met them before in reality. Bro, these glasses are going to be that. You will be able to travel all over the world. I meet my friend in Paris in 2 minutes. All over the world. This is happening.
No, listen.
Because this is augmented reality.
I know, but listen what I'm saying. I think that is going to be a great pastime. It's going to be a great, it's going to be a great, what is the word I'm looking for? It's going to be
a novelty?
No. It's going to be a great, It's going to be good for the moment. It's going to be good. I can meet you. I can talk to you. We can have a relationship, blah, blah, blah. It's going to be good in the interim. But just like he called you, he wanted you to pull up, is going to be the real connection. I can meet you. I can make contacts. I can do all that is good to make the introduction and have a relationship.
You're missing what I'm saying. But I had not realized I had not met this man in person. Do you understand what I'm saying?
I don't understand what you're saying.
The connection was the same. He had to bring it up to me that this is the first time we met in person. It had blurred the line. That's what I'm saying. That's how powerful it is. It had blurred the line of me meeting him.
Okay.
I had just realized that, bro. Have that happened to you before?
But I'm saying, but what I'm saying is, y'all still had to meet in person. So even though y'all had met and talked all that virtually,
even if
you still had to go and meet him in person.
Even if I hadn't met him in person, for whatever reason, it still felt like I know him. That's crazy. That is mind-boggling to me. Literally. It's mind-boggling. I don't, it's like, I know you. Like, I talk to you all the time.
No, listen, I get it. I understand it because my little 3-year-old, all she knows is FaceTime. Like, if she got to call somebody on the phone, she's like, bro, I can't see you. I can't see you. Like, I understand this. I understand where the technology is going. When she get to the point where she's able to use a phone, it's going to be where she's able to just probably touch a button and it'll pop up where the person is on the phone, but it's a screen like in front of her. I can see that being a reality of where virtual phone calls is coming from. But at the end of the day, people still are going to need that connection. They're still going to need that physical connection. Yes, it may be good for in the moment, or, you know what I mean, if you're on this side of the country, she's on that side of the country, or they on that side of the country, where you can meet and have a conversation. Yeah. But at the end of the day, you still going to have that physical connection. Whether the lines are blurred or whether you realize it or not, they're still going to want that physical connection.
Increasingly.
Human beings.
I know, but like I said, dog, the bottom line basis of us as human beings are we are animals. Like, we're animals. We, when I touch this phone, when I touch this microphone stand, right? There are impulses that are going through my nervous system, through my fingers, through my arm, to my spinal cord, to my brain within fractions of a second. And what happens is you have sodium and potassium gates that open and shut like a domino effect, and it goes up, and it gives me this perception of feeling this cold microphone base. Okay, you know, if I'm able to stimulate you in the same way, your animal, monkey, human mind can't decipher, because you're an organism. You're an organism. I can stimulate certain things in you where you won't be able to tell. And this technology, as it increases, because we're on this. Have you ever heard of the theory of singularity? Meaning, like, technology will exponentially increase. The theory of singularity says, like, technology progressively, like, just moves so fast. You know, you got artificial intelligence right now to even speed up these processes. Mm-hmm. It will be increasingly hard as we go into the future to separate augmented reality from reality. It just is, bro. I'm sorry to tell you, it is what it is.
I get it.
And you're getting a dopamine hit when you put them Google glasses on. I mean, them Apple goggles. You get a dopamine hit. Just like when you look at his phone. When I look at his phone, I get a notification. That's a small dopamine hit that comes from my brain, and I get a happy feeling, similar to that of cocaine. I've never done coke, but that is when people do cocaine, they get a release of dopamine, a big shot of dopamine, and that's the happy neurotransmitter for everybody. So this is what's happening. I hate to be the messenger. Don't shoot the messenger. That's what I would say.
Okay. Man, anything you got coming up you want to promote, man? You want to tell where people
I got season 2 of Life and Beth on Hulu.
Okay.
I play me on the show, LaVar, the pharmacist, on the show. That should be dropping this fall. We wrap before the writer's strike. And I believe not only is it about to be a writer's strike, but as SAG-AFTRA will probably go out on strike by July 1st if they don't make a deal in the next couple of weeks.
Really?
Yeah, it's going to shut the whole industry down.
And that's because of the AI they trying to get.
Well, I think it's more a basis of, people just want to get paid for their work. So what'll have to happen, this is what I think would have to happen, So all these platforms like Hulu, Netflix, all these different streamers, they own those platforms, and then they hold their analytics. They don't let anybody see their analytics. Reason being is because if I start a streaming platform and I'm looking for investors, you know what I mean, I'm able to cook the books. Like I might only got 10 views, but I own this platform. I built it. I could show you I got 1 million views.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So I think what would have to happen is they're going to have to get a third party, and then the government have to step in to make all streamers make all their content and analytics transparent. And then, you know, people will see. Similar to the Nielsen ratings with television.
Yeah, because writers don't get residuals when they go on the streaming platform like they would do like on conventional television.
Yeah, yeah. So they want a piece of that. You know what I'm saying? They're like, yeah, we want some money.
Got you.
It's so much out here though. I just don't.
I wonder what Tyler Perry is. He still gonna write his own?
I believe he's bought. Is it true? Could you look that up, Leon? If they
Leon, who the Lee? Who the fuck is Lee?
I'm sorry. What's his name? Huh? Okay, Sebastian. I'm sorry about that. Yeah. Could you look that up?
Look up what? What are you trying to look up?
If Tyler Perry completed the purchase of BET.
Oh, okay. I think he has. I think I've seen something online where he is now in control of BET. But if he's writing, because I know mostly he write all of his shows and movies.
So you don't let Charles check to see if do the fact checking?
Charles.
Man, I'm so sorry. I keep messing up his name. Jesus Christ. I'm sorry, Leon. I'm sorry.
One article that says that he didn't, but then there's others saying that he did buy it.
You know, I'm gonna put a microphone.
Yeah, you need to put a microphone for him too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, for the microphone.
Yeah. Because he's
Leon
good.
Charles fucking
I like this show. I mean, the way James does the production here is just fucking amazing. I think it's amazing.
Oh, okay. Life with Beth on Hulu, and what else, man?
I got something else, but I ain't gonna even talk about it.
Why?
I don't really know if it's confirmed. Because it's some like they like, yeah, it's good, but you know how that be. Until I get that paperwork and contract, I don't even, you know what I mean? I'm not gonna even put it out there.
Got you.
You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? I need that contract in hand. I got a call about this.
All right. Well, man, y'all make sure y'all follow LaVar, man. He's our yearly guest every time he comes into Texas to the Arlington Improv or the Addison Improv. He comes and blesses and, you know what I mean, come talk shit with us. So we appreciate you, man. Thank you for tapping in with us, man. Okay, he is. No, he's an old man.
Me?
Yeah.
Did it look like I was asleep or something?
Yeah,
I was looking at my phone. My bad. I was looking at my phone.
Man, thank y'all for tapping in, man, with us. This has been the Tap In Podcast. Holla.
Thank you. Thank you, guys.